Mega Man's 30th anniversary. What is the project and why? I've been tasked to create a piece of creative media on behalf of Capcom and my college in order to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Capcom's most iconic game, Mega Man. Therefore, I've chosen to create an animation in order to celebrate the anniversary. The reason I've chosen animation instead of doing what I'm particularly good at and accustomed to is purely based on a few factors. The first one being it had begun to get very repetitive creating a game and I wanted a new adventure. The second one being it allows me to be more creative than it would per se should I make a hoodie or a t-shirt. Mega Man. The classic Mega Man series was developed by Capcom in 1987 and is still active to this day, as they continue not to only bring remastered editions of their iconic games on the newer generation of consoles in today's day and age, Xbox, PlayStation, etc. Mega Man was highly inspired by another famous character, Astro Boy. Mega Man and the mythology of the classic series borrows some elements from Astro Boy's universe and design, including Mega Man's helmet, which replicate Astro's iconic Widow's Peak. However, the very first Mega Man game was released on the revolutionary Nintendo Entertainment System, NES, which really did pave the way for this game, how it both looked and played. For example, the iconic blend of blue throughout the Mega Man's appearance is purely based on the fact that the NES colour palette was very limited at the time and dominating colour was in fact blue, so it made things simpler for the creator Akira Kuromotora. What I've got planned. My idea is to create an animation of Mega Man throughout the ages in order to really demonstrate the evolution of Mega Man throughout the years. However, instead of following Darwin's theory of evolution in this generic form, I'll be doing it in reverse, e.g. I'll be starting for one of Mega Man's later forms where he will do something that triggers this to appear on screen, Mega Man finding the NES in a dark room, and going to which would then he will go throughout many of the iconic games throughout the years, battling bosses and going through the levels, to then the final stage of it being a celebratory animation at the end of all the iconic Mega Man characters together, and a massive poster in the background saying Mega Man's 30th. Time management. Week 1, I plan to carry out research for what was wanted of me by my audience via questionnaires and focus groups. Week 2, collect the data from my target audience research whilst beginning my storyboards. Week 3, begin to get my pitch ready in order to present. Week 4, pitch my idea. Week 5, begin my animation. Week 6, complete animation and implement audio aspects. So I could have used Anime Studio as a software I considered when thinking about what to use. However, the only reason I've chosen not to use this is purely based on the fact that it would be too time consuming for me to learn this. Therefore, I chose to stick to something I'm familiar with, as it will allow me to have more time to work on my animation. The same applies for Adobe After Effects, as it would also be too time consuming to learn the software. The target audience. My target audience is for the people either familiar to the Mega Man franchise or unfamiliar, and their ages are ranging between 6 to 12, as I am wishing to introduce the franchise to those who are unfamiliar in today's younger generation, and the others being 18 to 44-year-olds, who are particularly die-hard Mega Man fans, as the true fans of the franchise are more likely to take interest into my project. Why it suits my audience. This project suits my audience as it will give the viewers of a younger origin the best opportunity to see the very best of their historic franchise, which hopefully will bring more consumers into the franchise. As for the audience who are of an older origin, I feel the animations will capture some of their fondest memories of the franchise, ultimately bringing back that nostalgic feeling they first felt when they were introduced into the franchise. Research. I sent out a Survey Monkey questionnaire via social media to my gaming friends and some of my younger family members, asking a variety of questions such as what would they like me to create for the anniversary, and depending on what the answer they selected, I then asked them whether they would prefer a certain art style for the animation, or had they chosen a hoodie, I asked them what material they would preferably want me to use to create the hoodie. Another piece of research I carried out was that I gathered 5 of my gaming friends and 5 members of my family and held a focus group, both on separate occasions. When I held the focus group amongst my friends, I used a Discord party chat to communicate, while I sent them the link to both my focus group PowerPoint and the link to the game within. I requested they play. As for my family, I gathered them one by one to my PC, where I then began to discuss the topics within the PowerPoint before I finally let them play Mega Man 2 in order for them to gain a better understanding. Other types of research I've done. I also watched a variety of tutorials to refresh some of my forgotten knowledge of Adobe Animate, which roughly took a day and a half to understand the software at a respectable level. I also watched a variety of Mega Man Fat videos on YouTube to grasp a better understanding of the franchise, as before the project my knowledge was minimal. How does this suit my skill set? I believe this suits my skill set, as for the last 8 months I've taken myself away from the programming element of games development in order to better my artistic skill. Therefore, over these last 8 months I've gradually improved my art skills and animation to a level which I am now confident I can produce art at the standards of which I feel respectable. Distribution. This product will be distributed across a few different platforms: YouTube, social media, via Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, as well as a few gaming platform websites. Any questions? Thanks for listening.